Yeah, it's your boy Girl here, back with another video. And today I got a special video, guys, man. Today we're going to be having we're gonna write a letter to Dragon Ball Legends devs because of this 4th anniversary. Now, you guys know me and other content creators has literally made a rant video on how bad part 1 is. Some people might say is good, but the fact that they monetizing their PvE content to an extreme level, the anniversary banner is definitely the worst in terms of the value of the banner. What else did they even doing? Like the fact that we have to constantly just grind co-op and raid, like that says a lot about, like, there's literally nothing for us to do. It's like the grind co-op and raid, like thousands of runs and stuff just to get some chrono crystals is insane to me as well, and all that stuff. So this guy right here, right, he plays Dragon Ball Legends, right, and this guy's frustrated, and he basically had made like a huge thread. He's talking about all the problems with the game. He doesn't even talk about like part 1. He talks about like everything that's wrong with the game. So we're gonna check this out. I literally have no content to make. I'm out here like this is part of the anniversary. I literally have no content to make. I'm out here showcasing like my box and everything for content. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna react to this. I'm not gonna probably read everything, but I'm gonna like try to like skim through it and like address every single problem that he has with the game. And you know, probably all of us is gonna have the exact same problems as him. Like we're all gonna be having the exact same issues and stuff. So without further ado, let's check out this thread, bro. And he has different versions too. He has like an English version, he has a French version, so literally like the whole community can kind of read this and stuff like that. It just depends on which language you're fluent in and stuff. So let's go. So I'm gonna zoom this up. This is a lot to read, so we'll just zoom this up a little bit. Hopefully you guys can read that as well. So okay, so the first thing he talks about here is he talks about the people, like just the poll that Gress made on Twitter. So you guys know on Twitter, not too long ago, Gress had made a poll asking like what are people's thoughts on the anniversary, and you guys can see the poll. There is 2.9 people that said it's incredible. There's 6.2 people that said it's good, and then 90.9 of the voters basically are unhappy with the game. They're basically saying it could be better, but you guys see like more than half of the people are saying that it's terrible. And this is out of 32, like this is basically out of 33,000 votes right here, which is kind of insane. Like I know that's not the whole community, but the fact that half are saying it's terrible and then 36% is saying that it could be better, that means that they're basically frustrated with the game. So that is basically the one point he says. He talks about how like it's been over 3 years since Dragon Ball Legends, at least 4 years now, and he talk about that the game has so much potential, but they just keep messing up and everything. That's what they basically talk about. And one of the first things he talks about is the whole thing with the boost. That's the first thing he talks about. He talks about how the least played characters was in Z tier. So the first thing he talks about is PvP. He talks about the characters in Z tier has no like significant, like people just don't use people in the boost because they just, even with the Z tier boost, they're just not viable. And that the fact that the new characters are a part of the feature tier boost is basically the same thing as the A tier boost, is contradicting with your own statements about the boost system. Said characters stay in feature for 2 months, which is it rates its impact. Furthermore, the drop rate is only displayed for some. What about, for example, Hoi Poi Gacha and equipment gacha? We believe that these rates are important in order to estimate correctly the probability to get what we want. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about is, you know, we be complaining about summon rates, but the Hoi Poi rates and the equipment rates are pretty bad as well. Like especially with these plat equips in that last slot, the 3rd slot, bro, re-rolling for that red slot is a pain, bro. Like I remember, I think Ryuden said like he went like 11k chrono, like he went like 300 erasers. I think he went like 6,000 chrono crystals just try to get that Broly plat to a red slot. Like that rate is insane. Like that red slot can really make or break a character. Those LF characters like cells, if you get that, like you need that red slot for him to be very, very good. Like those units need, like, that red slot is important, and the rates of getting that red slot is lower than the LF rate. Like, it's insane to me. I feel like there should be a pity thing. Like, if you use over 200 races, you should be able to just to get it to red, bro. Because like you already invested so much in races just to try to get it, but you just don't know when you're going to get it. You might get lucky in 50 races. You might have to take 700 races to get that to a red slot. I really feel like that's one thing that the devs need to do something about, is that equipment rate, especially the platinum ones, bro, because it's insane to me. The Hoi Poi gacha is ridiculous. Like, you literally want us to farm the what co-op thing to get a ton of Hoi Poi, and then you said, oh yeah, we have these Legends Limited Z power in there, but they're literally at a 0.001. Like, the odds of getting that is insane. You might as well just do the lottery. If you actually win one of those, I see like barely like 2 people got it. If you get one of those LFZ power, you need to go to the lottery and do it, because that's insane. The rates on the LFZ power alone is super, super low. So I just don't understand why, like, I just don't understand, like, their rates on these other things besides the summer rates. Like, the red slot and those Z powers is lower than the LF rate. Way, way, way lower. So one thing that they need to address is those things right there. It's insane to me. So first of all, he talks about the red stars release. He talks about how disappointed he is with the red stars, and saying that the game was going to make the game like, I don't know, like, I guess more balanced and everything, but it's just more power creep in terms of units and stuff like that. So yeah, what else did he talk about? He talks about the abusive commercial practice that's negatively impact the game experience. For example, he talks about the 20,000 chrono crystal limit, which is absolutely true. Like, the fact that people that knows the game knows exactly what stuff are coming out. Say, for example, a free-to-play player might know that the 4th anniversary is coming, so he's not summoning on any of these banners, so he has like 30,000 chrono crystals. And the fact that, like, you have these events like the World Challenge Raid, or you have all these stuff where they make chrono crystals used for exchange shops, and you can't even get the chrono crystals because you're 20k above. And it's weird to me because there's sometimes they will have challenge raids, like they will have raids where all you have to do is just complete a certain amount of combat points and you get chrono crystals. And then, like, next week they'll drop another raid, but then instead of you getting the combat points to get chrono crystals, you have to use the exchange shop, which is weird. Like, everyone knows that the one that you just do the combat points is better, because regardless of how many chrono crystals you have, you're going to get it. But if it's the one where you exchange it, you can't. Not everyone that has 20k, like people that have 20k chrono crystals, can't get it, because it's you just can't get it. They want you to use your chrono crystals for you to go back into the shop and exchange it. Like, I don't like that at all. And like, they know that, bro, because there's 2 different types of raids. Like, we all know that the ones that if you grind the combat points, you get more chrono crystals. Even in this raid right here, this is the Matsu raid. Like, they literally had chrono crystals you can get from the combat points, and then chrono crystals you get from exchange. Why can't you just put all the chrono crystals that you got from the combat point system? Like, we could have got 2,000 chrono crystals instead of 1,000 chrono crystals on one side and then 1,000 chrono crystals on the other. Because I have 43,000 chrono crystals right now, and I can't get the extra 1,000 because I have over 20k CC. So they want me to spend basically 23,000 my chrono crystals just to exchange for that extra 1,000 CC. But that's insane. That's ridiculous. That's dumb. So definitely one thing that he talks about right there. Another thing that he was definitely disappointed was the Legends Pass. Like, the stuff that there's features in the Legends Pass that should have just been a quality of life, like the faster auto mode, like the extra equipment slots, like the extra adventure slots and everything. He felt like that those should have never been things that should have been paid, which I actually agree with. I felt like the Legends Pass should have gave you like better features, like, for example, getting extra on the daily log and stuff. I think that's to be part of the Legends Pass. But stuff like faster auto mode and all that stuff should have been quality of life, because me grinding for the battle gauntlet it goes by way faster than someone that doesn't. Like, they have to really sit there and just play through that for hours and hours and hours. So I definitely agree with that as well. Next, he also talks about the PV side in terms of monetization. He basically explains like what everyone is pissed off about, where they talk about the raid where you need a 6-star MUI Goku for a guaranteed drop for raid medals. Then he talks about having a 9-star Goku, literally giving you 50 more raid medals than someone that has a 8-star or lower MUI Goku. He talks about all that stuff. He talks about the fact that you need extreme units, the new extreme units at 6 stars. Like, those are very difficult to get. Those extreme units, it's difficult to get them at 6 stars. Like, their rates are really low. So like, he just is definitely disappointed in just how much, like, just the amount of monetization they did on the PvE events for both, for even the co-op and for the raid. So that's one thing he explains right there. And then one thing that really got my eyes is he actually compares how, like, just the rates of the new characters for each Legends All-Star has been dropped. So you guys can see right here, right, for new characters, they're all at 1%, but you guys can see the drop rate for the featured sparking characters, new ones notwithstanding. He talks about how there was 4 characters, their rates was at 0.5, and then they dropped it to 80 characters, and then now their rates are at 0.1, and then now there are 184 characters in there, and it's 0.043. So over time, it's like a lot more difficult to get the new featured characters for the Legends All-Star banner, which is actually insane. Like, this is ridiculous. You guys can see the drop rate for sparking characters non-featured. You guys can see how low it gets every single time, which is actually insane. I never even peeped that they've been dropping the rates. It goes from a 0.5 to a 0.043. That's ridiculous, bro. That's insane. So you guys get that. It observes the drop rates, the drastic increase in available sparking characters from 12 to 184, meaning we go from a few characters to 184 characters. It's a significant fall for pushing many players to get characters and limit breakdown as soon as they release, because there will be less available, which is very true. Very true. So we're going to the last page right here, and I think what he talks about here is he talks about the daily item available to the shop. Now, a lot of people think that this is actually a big idea, but what he's talking about is, you know, that free little gifting that you do every single day, where like, oh, go to the shop and get this little free little gift. You can get like 1 energy, 10 energy, you can get soul medals. He basically saying that is abusive. Like, that's like a bad practice, because like, even there's a mission for the 4th Annie medals one where it's like, visit the shop, right? And he's basically saying that they're trying to push the players to go to their shop more, right? And they're saying, and he's basically saying that this is an abusive process that compels players towards microtransactions, which is very true, right? You have these missions that's telling you to go to the shop. You got this daily thing that, oh, go to the shop and get this thing, and you're going to see more and more times, like, people are going to see the shop. They're going to be like, dang, bro, like, I might buy some more Chrono Crystals, which is, you know, like, they're trying to hypnotize the people to spend more money by having these little free missions thing that they want you to go keep looking at their shop and buy money, and that's what they're trying to do, which is definitely like money hungry right there, insane. But then also the last thing he talks about is the content and the resource is just bad, right? Like, look at them. Like, they said there are many reasons, but one of the most important abandonment game modes among them are like the Legends Road stuff. When's the last time we got a new Legends Road character? The Legends Road Zenkais. The last one we had was Piccolo, and that was in April 2021. That was last year, right? Guilds, you know, guilds was supposed to be this big thing. All we do is basically just run adventures, right? We can't even communicate with our guild mate unless you can download like Discord, or you have like a Twitter group chat to talk with your guild mates. Rising Battle. We don't have any Rising Battle. I know, like, that Rising Battle sucks, right? I know it sucks, but it's something, at least, you know, it's something for us to do and grind Chrono Crystals. The Challenge Rush, I think the Challenge Rush was probably the best PvE content that they made. In terms of difficulty, you didn't need a new PvP character. You didn't need the new characters to get an unfair advantage. You literally had to look at your box and be like, all right, what team can I make to beat this? Now, some people are going to have the advantage, like OG players, they're going to have more characters to use and stuff, but they didn't have like, oh, MUI Goku has like 2,000 damage inflicted against this stage, and then everyone else doesn't. Like, they didn't have that for the Challenge Rush, which is why I love the Challenge Rush, but it was gone. The last one they made was June 2020, which is insane. Next is, that's basically the 2nd anniversary right there. June 2022, 2nd anniversary. That's the last time we've seen the Challenge Rush. Just try to surpass me. What happened to that? Now, over time, they started to monetize the Just Try to Surpass Me, but I remember we used to get like a free ticket for the new LF banner. I remember that, like the Just Try to Surpass Me, we used to get like Chrono Crystals, and we used to get like those LF banners, but over time, they made the value of it worse. They made it to where it wasn't for the LF monthly banner tickets. They made it into the Legends All-Star tickets, which they made the value of the Just Try to Surpass Me even worse. And then over time, they try to monetize it as well by summoning for the new units to have an easier time on it, right? So next is the 5 to 50 battle events. We hadn't seen one of those in September 2020. Now, like I said, those are a lot of repetition, but they're just ways of us getting Chrono Crystals, and you could just add these stuff into the events so people can grind these Chrono Crystals, because not a lot of people even get the chance to complete all these Rising battles or all those 5 to 50 battle events things, because those are missing Chrono Crystals right there. You're usually getting 1,000 for all those little events. So if you're a new player, you're missing out on so much more Chrono Crystals from some of these events that they never brought back. They're never going to bring back, which is very true. Also, he talks about the PvP rewards. PvP rewards is terrible. For example, like ZVG. ZVG, if you gotta know ZVG, is this guy has made it rank 1. He made it rank 1 for a PvP season, which is congratulations to him. But the only thing that he got that was pretty much different from someone that, say, there's someone like, let's say Little Johnny, right? Little Johnny makes it top 10K. He's 10,000 place. ZVG got an extra 500 Chrono Crystals, probably 200 more Z power, and a little bit of some more rare metals. For him being number 1, he got 500 more Chrono Crystals, probably 200 more Z power, and a little bit of some more rare metals. What is the point of grinding for top 1 and being in top 10K? There's literally no difference. You literally get the exact same rewards, just a little bit of some changes. Like, if you want more people to play PvP, you got to make the rankings like a lot more drastic in rewards. If someone's in the top 100 every time, why are they basically getting the same amount of Chrono Crystals as someone that's in the top 10K? Like, that makes no sense to me. PvP is what makes this game different from like Dokkan, for example. And the reward for the different rankings is terrible. Like, you had this whole God rank, you had this whole Platinum rank and Diamond rank, but you hardly touched the PvP reward. You wanted us to play more to hit God rank every single season, but the rewards is the exact same. Like, the only thing that people are hitting God rank for 10 times is to get new card sleeves and titles. Make the rewards better. If you want us to play this game more, make it to like, hey, if you're top 1,000, bro, you're getting, you know, maybe 100 LFZ power. Like, make the rewards drastic for each thing. Top 10K, top 6K, top 3K, top 1K, top 100, and then number 1. Those will all be drastic. It should be a huge difference in those type of placements. So when 10K, someone that makes it in the top 10K versus someone that makes it to top 100, it's to be a huge difference, because that person that's in the top 100 put more time into your game. Like, they're literally having to face against the droids. They have to face against MUI Goku. They have to face against all these like toxic teams, compared to someone in the top 10K. They don't even have to play those people like that much, and they're getting the exact same rewards. Like, that demotivates someone to play the game that much, because they're not getting that much reward, unless they just love PvP. But it would just give more people, it will incentivize more people to play if the rewards are a lot better, especially for the different types of rankings. Then also he talks about is Shallot. Shallot has gotten no upgrades since 2 years, I believe. I think Super Saiyan God Shallot came out 2nd anniversary. Like, of course we've been getting stuff for the story, but Shallot is the mascot of Dragon Ball Legends, like he said. And this guy has gotten nothing for 2 years straight. Not a new form, maybe not even like extra stars, maybe even like something. Like, give us something with Shallot related. Like, you've been having the story progress, but you gave nothing for him at all. Like, at one point, there was a point where Shallot, Super Saiyan 3 Shallot, was a Z tier unit. This was before the 2nd anniversary. Super Saiyan 3 Shallot was one of the top units in the game, which was insane, because he was a free unit. Everyone could get him for free, and he was usable. And I feel like this guy would be amazing for the leader slot. because the leader slot, this guy has a health Z ability. So that means he's type neutral. He's type neutral against every color, every color that's in the game: red, green, yellow, purple, blue. Right? He's type neutral in all those. And then his Z ability is health Z ability. So if you put him as a leader slot for any team and you use him in PvP, you're gonna give your whole team more HP, and he's type neutral. Like, he would shine so much off this leader slot ability, and he could be rocked on any team. Like, this guy would be so dope. You guys will see a lot of just Charlotte's people just using him on any team because it's a Z ability and he's type neutral. But you gave him nothing yet, so he's not able to shine like that. And like I said, I feel like he has the most potential being used the most for that leader slot, but they did nothing for him. They gave him no new things to his kit, like to his card, in 2 years. So basically, he's concluding that there's a lot of stuff that the game needs fixing, and what we need to do is just spread awareness. You know, maybe what he tries to say is, whenever they post stuff, maybe use this hashtag DBL action. If you guys haven't did the survey, make sure you guys explain all these problems in the survey, like I did that. So little stuff like that is kind of just frustrating, and you know, he wouldn't have made this if he doesn't love the game, for sure. So let me know what you guys think. This is definitely a 20-minute video, but it addresses everything that's wrong with the game, not the 4th anniversary in general, just like in particular, but everything in the game. So I really appreciate this guy for taking the time to create all these, like, explain all these problems for us, that some of these stuff I didn't even know, like the rates of the Legends characters. I didn't even know the rates were that bad over time. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate this guy for sure for making this problem, and for me to make content on this for this video for today and everything. So yeah, that's it with this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and my grill, man. I'm out. Peace.